Hello students, good afternoon. On last lecture we discussed about root-locus method of determining the stability of system, or we can say that how can we draw the root locus. In this lecture we will solve some problem based on root locus. First we will study all the rules of root locus. First rule is draw the pole zero plot. Second, root locus starts from poles of open loop system with k is equal to 0. Means root locus starts from pole of open loop system with k is equal to 0, and root locus ends either at 0 of open loop system or at infinity with k is equal to infinite. Determine determine the root loci on the real axis. Next, calculate the number of root locus branches, and root locus branches are equal to the number of poles. Number of root locus branches is equal to the number of poles. When number of poles is greater than or equal to greater than number of zeros, and number of root locus branches is equal to the number of zeros if number of zeros are greater or equal to the number of poles. Then determine the number of asymptotic lines. Asymptotic lines means these lines tends to infinity along asymptote. So number of asymptotic line is p minus z, where p is number of poles and z is number of zeros. Suppose number of pole is 4 and number of zeros is 2. It means that there are two lines tends to infinity. And if number of zeros are greater than number of poles, in that case number of asymptotic lines are z minus p. Then determine the angle of asymptotic lines, and angle of asymptotic line is given by psi is equal to 2n plus 1 multiplied by 180 divided by p minus z, and value of n is given by 0 to 1, and last value is p minus z minus 1. Then calculate centroid. Centroid is the crossing point of asymptotic line, and it is given by summation of real parts of poles minus summation of real parts of zeros divided by number of poles minus number of zeros. And centroid always lie on the x-axis, or it lies on the root locus. Angle of departure from complex pole. You have to calculate angle of departure only in case of complex pole. So this angle of departure from complex pole is given by psi d is equal to 180 minus summation of sum of sum of angles made by remaining poles at the desired pole, and this is sum of angles subtended by remaining zero at the desired pole. Next is breakaway point. The breakaway point of root locus are determined from the roots of characteristics. Means if you have to determine, or if you want to determine breakaway point, then first form the characteristic equation and then differentiate this characteristic equation with respect to s and equate that equation equal to 0 and calculate the roots of that characteristic equation. Next is the intersection of root locus branches with imaginary axis can be determined by the use of root route criteria. First question is plot the root locus plot of 1 plus k s plus 2 divided by s square plus 2s plus 2 is equal to 0. यहाँ पे an example of plot the root locus of this equation. In this equation, number of zero is s is equal to minus 2 and number of poles are calculated by solving the roots of this equation. And if we solve this equation, we get these two roots minus 1 plus minus j. So at s is equal to minus 2, this is the open loop 0 and these are the two poles at minus 1 minus j and at minus 1 plus j. These are the two. And poles always starts from root locus always starts from poles with k is equal to 0. So root locus starts from this and from this pole, and all the root locus ends either at 0 or at infinity with k is equal to infinite. So there are two roots. These two roots emerges from poles. So one root terminate at 0 and other root terminate at infinity. Since this is the case of complex root, we have to calculate, in this case we have to calculate the angle of departure. Angle of departure is given by 180 minus, this is the summation of angles made by remaining poles. These are, suppose that we want to calculate the angle of departure at this pole. So remaining pole and zeros are, these are the remaining pole and this is the remaining zero. So, and this is summation of angle made by remaining pole at the desired pole, and this is the angle subtended by remaining zero at this desired pole. So this pole subtend an angle 90 degree and this pole, this zero, subtend an angle 45. This 45 is equal to tan inverse minus 1 divided by 1. So 180 minus 45 and total angle of departure is 155 and this is 180 minus 45 135, sorry, then this is the angle of departure, and this is equal to 135. So this root locus starts from this, and this is the breakaway point. From breakaway point, this complex root becomes a real root, and one branch terminates at the 0 and other branch terminates at the infinity. And why we calculate angle of departure? Because this branch may start from this direction or from this direction. So what is the direction of emerging this root locus is determined by angle of departure. Clear? Next question is, this. GSHS is given by K divided by SS plus 4 S square plus 4S plus 2. First, you draw the pole zero plot. There, first is S is equal to 0. First pole is at S is equal to 0. Second pole is at S is equal to 0. And calculate the roots of this equation. You get the location of next pole. Third pole is at -2 plus j, and fourth pole is at -2 minus 4j. And in this is the pole zero plot. S is equal to 0, S is equal to -4, S is equal to -2 plus 4j, and S is equal to, this pole is located at -2 minus 4j. Then there are 4 poles. It means there are 4 branches, and there is no zeros in this open loop transfer function. It means that all the four branches terminate at the infinity along asymptotic line. An angle of asymptotic line is given by this equation, and Q is given by 0 from 0 to P minus Z minus 1. Number of pole is 4. Number of 0 is 0. It means 4 minus 1. Last value is 3. 0, 1, 2 and 3. For when Q is 0, we get angle of asymptote is 40. For Q is 1, 130. For Q is 2, angle of asymptote is 225. And when Q is 3, angle of asymptote is 350. Then these are the angle of asymptote, and then calculate the centroid of these asymptotes. Centroid is crossing point of asymptote. So then after calculating the angle of asymptote, calculate the crossing point of asymptote, which is centroid. Centroid is given by summation of real parts of pole minus summation of real parts of 0, and this 0, -4, -2 and -2. Summation of real parts of pole is -4, -2, -2 divided by number of poles minus number of zeros, which is 2. value of centroid is -2. Then value of centroid is -2, means from this point we have to draw angle on this asymptote. First asymptote is 45, 135, then this is the asymptote and is this. And next point is determine the root locus on real axis. In this region, root locus lie on the real axis because if we consider any point, suppose we consider this point, to the right of this point, summation of zeros and poles is 1, which is odd. When summation of zeros and poles are odd to the right of that point, then root locus lie on that region. So in this region, root locus lie, but in this region there is no root locus because for if we consider any point and to the right of that point, number of or sum of poles and zeros are even, which is 2. 1 and 1 plus 2. It means that there is no root locus in this region. Then we have to determine breakaway point, and from the characteristic equation, this is the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation is given by 1 plus gs hs is equal to 0, and if we differentiate this characteristic equation with respect to s and equate dk by ds is equal to 0 and calculate the roots of this characteristic equation, we get the value of breakaway point. And these are the roots of given equation. S is equal to -2 and s is equal to -2 plus minus j 2.45. So first breakaway point is this -2 and second breakaway point is this. So this root locus starts from 0 and -4 and from this point and from this point, and these two branches approaches each other, and at this breakaway point they become the complex pole. Similarly, this root locus starts from this point and this root locus, both root locus approaching each other, and at this breakaway point they tends to infinity along the asymptotic lines, this and this. So this branch tends to infinity along this asymptotic line. Similarly, in this case, this branch approaches towards this point, and this locus branch approaching this point, and this is the breakaway point. From breakaway point, these two branches approach towards infinity, and this is the complete root locus of the given system. And you have to calculate this intersection point of this imaginary axis by using Gauss criteria. In this question, that point is not calculated. No, it is calculated here. GSHS is given by this. Find out the characteristic equation which is equal to 1 plus GSHS, and 1 plus GSHS is given by this one. This is the characteristic equation. Then form the route array. Route array is given by this, and for calculating the intersection point of root locus with imaginary axis, this term and this term both should be positive. So k should be greater than 0, and 2 and this term should also be greater than 0. And for critical value of k, if we have to calculate the critical value of k, then we equate this equation is equal to 0, and we get the value of k. K is 260. If we substitute this value of k in this equation, then this row becomes 0. So we form an auxiliary equation from this row, which is equal to 26s square plus k is equal to 0, and we calculate, if we substitute the value of k is equal to 260, then we calculate the intersection point of root locus with imaginary axis, and in this case s is equal to plus minus j under root 10. This is the intersection point given in this. And at this point value of k is 260, means this at this point value of k is 260. If value of k, here value of k is 0, here value of k is 0, k is 0, and k is 0, and then value of k increases, at this point value of k is 260, and this is in this region value of k is greater than 260. It means that when value of k is less than 260, all the roots are in the left half. It means system is stable. When value of k is less than 260, and when value of k is 260, in that case system is stable, and when value of k is greater than 260, roots are in right half, so system is unstable. If you have any problem, you can discuss. Hello, hello students. If you have any problem, you can discuss. Aditi, Akshat, Avantika, Jaya, Pratibha, Sakshi. No, ma'am. Okay. Next question is GSHS is given by this equation, and find the root locus as k is changed from 0 to infinity. Then first draw the pole 0 plot, and poles are located at s is equal to 0, s is equal to -3, -1 plus j, and -1 minus j. Since there is no open loop 0, it means there are 4 branches, There are 4 branches of root locus, and all these branches tend to infinity. And all these 4 branches of root locus originate at k is equal to infinity, and these 4 branches terminate at k is equal to infinite on infinity. There are 4 branches. For 4 branches, Q is 0, 1, 2, 3, and angle of asymptote is 45, 135, 225, and 350. And calculate the value of centroid. Minus 3 minus 1 minus 1 divided by 4 minus 0 is equal to 1 minus 1.25. This is, first we discuss 4-0 plot. 0 minus 3 minus 1 plus j and minus 1 minus j. Root locus starts from these open loop poles with k is equal to 0, with k is equal to 0, with k is equal to 0, and with k is equal to 0. Angle of asymptote is given by 45, 135, 225, and 315. And crossing point of these asymptotic lines is are minus 1.25, and this is the centroid. These two roots are simply real roots, but the remaining these two roots are complex. So for complex root, we have to calculate angle of departure. Suppose that we have to calculate value of angle of departure at this pole. Then this pole subtend 90 degree, this pole subtend 135 degree at this pole, and this pole subtend 26.6 degree at this pole. So we can calculate the angle of departure. Angle of departure is given by 180 minus 135 minus 90 minus 26.6, which is equal to 71.6. And in this case, this angle is 71.6. Similarly, angle of departure in this case is 71.6, not 90. It is 71.6. So from this angle, this branch starts from this, and along this asymptotic line, this branch tends to infinity. Similarly, this branch starts from this open loop pole, and along this line, this root locus tends to infinity. This crossing point or intersecting point can be calculated by Rouse array. This is the characteristic equation, and we found Rouse array, and in this Rouse array, we make this quantity is equal to 0 and calculate the value of k. This is the marginal value of k, 8.16. Marginal value of k, it means that here the value of k is 8.6. At this point, value of k is 0, and along this root locus, value of k increases, and at this point, value of k is 8.6, and here value of k is greater than 8.6. And if we substitute the value of k is 8.6 in this equation, this row becomes 0, and we form auxiliary equation from this row, which is equal to 34 divided by 5 multiplied by s square plus 8.16 is equal to 0. S is equal to plus minus 1.1 j. This is the calculated intersecting point, plus minus 1.1 j. These are the points. These are the real poles. This real pole starts from this, which is equal to 0, from this part and approaching towards this point, and this root locus approaching toward this point, and at this branch approaching toward this point, and this branch approaching toward this point, and at certain point, this is breakaway point. From this breakaway point, this branch becomes a complex pole. And how can we calculate breakaway point? First we form characteristic equation. This is the characteristic equation. This is the characteristic equation, and differentiate this characteristic equation with respect to s. Equate this equation to 0, and calculate the roots of this equation. And these roots are the breakaway point of. There are three roots of this equation. S is equal to minus 2.3, and S is equal to minus 0.725 plus minus j 0.365. This is the valid breakaway point, and this is not the valid breakaway point. So this is the breakaway point. From this point, these two real poles break away into complex poles and tend to infinity along the symptotic line. And this is a complete root locus of the given system. Next question is GSHS is given by K S plus 2 divided by S plus 1 S plus 3. All the poles and all the zeros are real. Poles are at S is equal to minus 1. Poles at S is equal to minus 2. And 0 is S is equal to minus 2. Root locus starts, since there are two poles and one zero. One branch tends to infinity, means number of asymptotic lines means line that tends to infinity, is given by P minus Z. P is number of poles and Z is number of zeros. P is 2 and Z is 1. It means that only one branch tends to infinity. So this branch tends to infinity, and root locus starts from pole, then this root locus starts from pole and ends at open loop 0 with k is equal to infinity. And this branch starts from k is equal to 0 from this pole and ends at infinity with k is equal to infinity. And here angle of asymptotic line is given by 2n plus 1 180 p minus z. Then value of n is p minus z minus 1. 2 minus 1 minus 1. It means n is equal to 0, and in this case angle of asymptote is 180 and this is the angle of asymptote which is 180. Next question. GSHS is given by k s plus 1 s plus 4 divided by s plus 3 s plus 5. Plot the G. First plot pole 0. Plot pole is located at s is equal to 0, s is equal to minus 3 and s is equal to minus 5. 0 is located at s is equal to minus 1 and at s is equal to minus 4. So, and root locus always starts from 4 with k is equal to 0 and at 0 with k is equal to plus infinity. So, first root locus starts from 4 and ends at infinity. Second root locus starts from 4 with k is equal to 0 and at the open loop 0 with k is equal to infinity. And third one starts from open loop 4 and ends at infinity. This is the complete root locus plot. Next question. GSHS is given by k divided by s plus 1 s plus 4. Plot the root locus plot. There are 3 poles and no 0. It means that there are 3 branches, and first pole is located at s is equal to 0, at s is equal to minus 1 and at s is equal to minus 4. Since these are 2 consecutive poles, then there must be one breakaway point or break-in point in between 2 consecutive poles or 2 consecutive open loop zeros. And these branches, root locus branch starts from open loop pole with k is equal to 0, with k is equal to 0, and these 2 branches approaching each other, and at certain point, and this point is known as breakaway point, these 2 branches becomes a complex pole and this tends to infinity along this asymptotic line. First we calculate the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation is this. Then differentiate this equation with respect to s and calculate the roots of this equation. Roots of this equation is 0.46 and minus 0.286. Minus 0.46 and minus 2.86. Since this is, in this case, this is the region where root locus lie, because if we consider any point, or we can say that because right to this region sum of pole and 0, sum and pole, because this region to the right of this region sum of pole and 0 is 0, which is even number. So there is no root locus in this, but in this case sum of pole and 0 is 1 which is odd. So root locus lie in this region. There is no root locus in this region because to the right of this region, sum of pole and 0 is even. 1 plus 1 is 2 which is even. And in this region, root locus lie because to the right of this region, number of poles and zeros are 3. Sum of poles and zeros are 3 which is odd. And breakaway point always lie on root locus. So this is the valid root locus, valid breakaway point, and this point is in between this point there is no root locus. So this breakaway point is invalid breakaway point. And from this point, both branches approaches to both branches approach to infinity, and angle of asymptote is 60, 180 and 300. Okay, time is over. Thank you. But I'm taking your attendance. Okay, thank you.